Hey, good evening, everybody. Glenn Davis here with you on the 22, as always. Tonight, Stan Goldberg is back with us. You all remember Stan as a parent advocate here in the city. He also does his own podcast and website, seniordad.com, just spelled out as it sounds. We're going to check in with Stan about what's going on in the school district. Student assignment is big these days, as well as maybe a quick update on the H1N1 flu, which Stan was here talking extensively about earlier this summer. He also has his daughter Mariel with us. So let's welcome in now.
Hiya.
Everybody. Good to see you. Stan, how was your summer?
It was decent. We did a whole bunch of day camps and we went to Camp Mather. And then at the end of the summer, she was lucky enough to head off with her mother and grandmother on a cruise to Alaska, sort of a bonding experience.
Oh, right on. So you had a fun summer, Mariel? Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Stan, so you know time here is limited and 22 minutes moves fast. So I want to dive right in. You were here in June, H1N1. You were worried the district wouldn't be prepared. What's your assessment now that it's, 3 weeks, full month into the school year?
Well, it all depends on what happens with the Fed as far as the distribution of vaccine.
Right.
And the government said that through the schools is the best channel to deliver the vaccine. However, there is going to be shortages. So there's going to be priorities set, and it hasn't been established what those priorities are and how short we're going to be. I had heard somewhere in the neighborhood that we were going to get 120,000 shots for San Francisco. So you got a lot more than 120,000 people here, but you got to go do the kids first.
You got to start with the children.
Right, so that's
and
like
then
70,000.
maybe.
Yeah, so there's priority, and there's people who need shots for protection for public health and things like that.
Right. So were you happy with the, I remember when you were here in June, you weren't necessarily satisfied with the proactive nature of the city and the school district in terms of getting kids vaccinated. Are you satisfied from that point on that they've done their due diligence, for lack of a better term?
I really can't answer that. I was been asking for 4 months for a statement, what they learned from the spring experience and what they were going to do different, and all I heard was silence. So
right.
How can you feel comfortable about that? I know that the schools have sent out a letter from Carlos Garcia explaining what you should do about the flu, and I know a lot of schools are being proactive in the schools, but I hear a lot of cases where there's no soap in the bathrooms. Welcome swine flu.
Right, because you want to wash your hands as much as you can.
Right. So there's issues, but we still have some time, so let's get with it. A lot of people, I guess, are distracted on other issues.
Right. So I want to remind everybody the phone lines are open as well, 621-4473, 415 area code, of course. So feel free to call in. And the NUA contract, and I can't remember the full name of the agency.
National Urban Alliance.
Is that going to be opened up? I'm hearing rumblings that...
I haven't read the contract yet, so I don't know whether it can be opened up.
But
and I don't know whether the money could be used for something else if the contract was canceled.
Right.
All I know is a change in method, and parents haven't been educated in what that change in teaching method is, and is it viable, is it reasonable, and what should we do about it?
Right.
So I would like to see a bunch of parents be invited to attend these sessions so that the parent community can feel comfortable with the direction that the school district is going in, particularly since they put 100% of the professional development for high school into this project.
Right. I find it interesting that they created this balanced scorecard 2 years ago and basically told schools that they could develop what they wanted, and then, they signed this contract which allows outside consultants to come in and sort of force feed a school new performance measures and programs and professional development. So they kind of undermine their own.
You would tend to doubt the first statement as being realistic and genuine.
Right.
Well, it's valid.
I would tend to say
I think your feelings are very valid.
Yeah. So,
your reasons.
Yeah. So, from a strategic standpoint, I don't think it was a very savvy decision.
Well, sometimes people who should be in the loop and take part in the process are excluded. And I think generally we're not using our parents. We have lots of skills within the parent community, and we're very short of money in the school district. So we can get parents to volunteer to donate their expertise to the school district, and our dollars can go a lot farther. It's a resource that we should use. Not to use it isn't good sense, particularly in these troubled times.
Right, but you got to know how to use it. I don't know. The district doesn't really have a comprehensive strategy.
Let's give them a chance.
I'm all for giving them a chance. I'm just telling you they don't have it, so you
Don't
can't
beat on them yet. You know, and give them the opportunity to use the parents.
Don't beat on them yet. I'm saying yes, use the parents, but
Right.
but you can't just say okay, we're going to use the parents, and then tomorrow, they're a viable resource.
I'll give you a good example.
It would take a year and a half to be.
I'll give you a
viable
good
resource.
example.
Okay.
Computers.
Uh-huh.
We're the heart of the computer industry, right here. Let's use the technical resources that we have. We have GoalView, which is a system that's used in special education that's costing us a lot of money and has lots of problems. And basically, it's to keep track of 5,000 records and do pointers when you miss a date. Hey,
Right.
that shouldn't be multi-million-dollar charges each year.
Right.
We should blow that off and get some tech people in and put something in that we develop ourselves and that we don't have to pay for.
Right.
And we need the money.
Right. I'm with you. But remember, there's a side economy to public education that unfortunately loops us into those
Time to
foolish-
change, time to look at everything, time to reevaluate everything, time to put everything on a basis where we can get cash into the system and to help it. Food is another example.
I'm with you.
You know,
I'm just saying that there are
if
pitfalls.
if we make food positive and we get money out of food, we can have food contributing to general education. We need to get other sources of revenue.
I hear you.
Okay.
I agree with you. Like, what did you call me last time? A realist?
I don't remember.
That you were an idealist and I was a realist, and
I
I don't know if there's either one is at fault, but I
okay.
thought that was.
You know,
Miriam, how you doing? You
Good.
doing okay? Yeah,
Hanging in?
there.
Yeah.
It's kind of warm in here, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, we don't have much longer, so everything will be good.